Hey, adventurers!
Happy Cinco de Mayo!
It's Happy Cinco de Mayo Day, and we're all dressed up. We're back from our trip. We didn't get to enjoy the 4th over there, or the 5th, but we got to stay here at home. And our pups are over here just waiting for us to snuggle them, and they've missed us since we've been gone for a while. But we just wanted to say Happy Cinco de Mayo. This is our first haul that we want to do and show you a few of the things that we just picked up that we just could not resist getting. And then we also want to introduce you to our new episode that we're going to have after every trip. We call it the Atari. Go ahead and tell us what that is.
The A-Team Adventures recap and introspective. So we want to talk about what we bought, what we saw, and our tips for you guys.
Yes, definitely. You definitely need some tips, especially heading over there right now with the different guidelines that are in place, as well as what to kind of expect when you're in line, as well as certain areas that you could eat, and certain places that are open, certain places that are closed, and just hang in there, and it's going to be fun.
Let's jump in.
Yes. So let's go ahead and go through. You go and pick the first one that we cannot resist getting.
Okay,
or
so
not resist leaving the park without.
The first thing was we went to Haunted Mansion. It was so nice to ride it again, and we found this car magnet for $9.99, and it says hitchhiking or the Haunted Mansion. I break for hitchhiking ghosts.
Yeah, it's a car magnet and so forth, but the thing is, we don't like to put them on our cars. So what we end up doing is just putting them on our refrigerator, and they go with the rest of our AP magnets that we always have, and we collect a bunch of them that are up there. Pretty soon here, we're going to probably have a little giveaway because we were stacking up on those, and we'll end up giving those out here soon, but we'll just see how it goes. The next one I'll pick, which is this little guy here. It's the little green man, and I had to pick him up over there at Pixar Pier, and he was at one of the popcorn, or actually, yeah, at the churro booth. He was at the churro booth at Buzz's, Senor Buzz, I think. And we just got out of the Toy Story Mania, and we had to get this cute little guy, and it's pretty durable. I dropped him like twice, and nothing happened to him. And this guy was...
I like the lanyard.
Oh yeah, the lanyard's so cute on it.
I think it was about $17.99.
Yeah, I think it was $17 or $16.99. But this thing is so cute. The straw is like super durable. But the lanyard, like I said, is so cute, and it goes with it. And if you like little Martians, like we do, like the Little Green Man and the Pizza Planet and everything, take a look at our channel, because there's also a cute little video in there of us riding the Little Martians or Little Green Men over in Florida when we were there here a couple of Christmases ago. Go ahead and go to the next one.
This one, oh my God, we saw it and we could not resist. Now, if you've been to California Adventure and on the Pixar Pier, you've seen these big billboards that are lit up, and they have like, there's one with Wall-E, but this one was one that we could not resist, and it was the Coco one. And it's an actual puzzle, and then you put it together, and it comes with a little billboard that lights up. So we're going to make a little video of putting this puzzle together and show you the finished product.
Yeah. Kelly, watch out. And the next one that we picked up was also at the Haunted Mansion gift store there, next to Pieces of 8. This one was $12.99, and this is going to go in our little section up here that we have for Haunted Mansion and Nightmare. And what it is it's a little nameplate, and it says, "Welcome, foolish mortals." This thing is so sharp, and it's just like, it goes on your desk like so, and like how you go on your desk and say Mr. So-and-so, or if you go to the principal's office, Mr. whoever, because I was always in there. But this one's going to go right up there, and it's going to go right there next to, I'm not sure yet. We're going to have to do some organizing up there, but it's going to go in that particular area right there. So you want to do this one now?
And then this final one was a board game, because we're trying to collect board games every time we go and play them. So this one is a special board game that we got over at the Pierside. What was it called?
It's over there by the Little Mermaid ride.
Seaside Gifts or something like that.
Yes, over there.
Jungle Cruise, A Voyage of Mystery and Misfortune. It's for 2 to 4 players, ages 8 and up. And it looks pretty fun. So we're going to also do another episode where we play this game.
Yeah. Our little pups are bugging us right now because they just want so much love because they miss us.
They miss us so much.
Yes.
So we want to give some tips to you that, first of all, if you come, don't worry about getting there 2 hours before the park opens. We went there on a Saturday and Sunday, the opening weekend, so the very busiest, and we got there and it took about 30 to 35 minutes to get in, like from when we first got into getting in the gate.
Because we got there at 8:30 on Saturday, and then we got into the park about
8:58.
8:58.
Uh-huh.
And that was when, and that was for California Adventure.
I'm telling you, it took about 30 minutes both days.
Yeah, and what was odd about it is California Adventure was supposed to be opening at 9, and they were actually letting people in early, before 9 o'clock, because we got through the security check and everything, and when we looked at the gates, Disney was backed up. I mean, it was backed up from the gates all the way to the other side of the structure for the monorail that goes on, the track. The line was all the way back behind that. And then DCA's line was nothing. I mean, there was nobody there, and it was before 9 o'clock. So they were letting people into DCA. So I'm wondering if they're just letting people, clearing people out, so they're not bunched up there in the Esplanade. And they just figure, hey, do DCA, let people in there, and not let them into Disneyland? I'm not sure. It was really weird, huh?
It just went really smooth, and I was really glad that it only took about 30 minutes, because the Sunday we were a little bit late, and we were like, oh no, we'll never get in. It's going to take like an hour. You look at the lines, and you think it's going to take like an hour to get in, and really it only took like 30 minutes.
It was all the way out to the harbor.
And that's for the temp check.
Yes.
Entry into the ticket gate. All the from just arriving right there on the property. I mean, that's not for us, not meaning arriving on the property because we didn't park there. Yeah,
we stay over off of Ballin Harbor.
Yeah.
And then we walk from there and enter into the harbor entrance. And when we showed up on Saturday, the lines were inside. You go through the arches there, and the lines were already into where the trams would come in that little U-turn area right there in the harbor entrance, and that's where the lines were starting there, and then they loop you all the way around. There was two lines in that particular area that they were using two little security booths, and one line was going one way, and then the other line was going the other way, which was going towards where the people were being the parking lot area type, or I should say on the other side of the parking lot area, from where like the Uber drop off or the taxi pickup area there next to the harbor entrance. So that's one queue for the line where the security booth goes to the left there. And then there was another one to the right, which where the trams were at, where that U-turn parking area was at. And both areas were pretty much about half an hour wait. But it looks super, super deceptive when you walked up, and I mean, you're like, oh my gosh, there's so many people here. It's backed up, especially on Sunday, because it was backed up all the way to the harbor entrance, almost to the signal lights there. And we were like, oh man, this is going to be taking a long time, and we should have came earlier. But you know what? It moved really, really quick, and we ended up getting into the park like not even a half hour after that.
It was about 30 minutes both times. But that's another thing about the lines too, is like once you got inside, it was also deceptive because they try to make most of the queues outside of the attraction. So they seem really long, but man, some of them, like Pirates had said it would be 30 minutes, and it was only like 15.
And then what was cool about Pirates, especially Pirates, and then they always had characters up there on the near Club 33 and
on the
balcony there of the Pirates. There was always Jack Sparrow was up there, Captain Red, Tiana we've seen up there as well, Princess Tiana. And I don't know if there was anybody else, but typically them three were up there. And then they would interact with you and talk with you and have fun. It was really cool, but the line moved super, super great. And what we were waiting for, of course, with Pirates is to get that delicious smell of the nice musky, mildewy pirate smell. But it seemed to be a lot less than what it was before. We were thinking probably because they had they dried it up and they cleaned it and they knocked out a lot of that,
Mildew smell.
mildew smell
that everybody loves
that
so
we
much.
loved it. Yeah. So I mean, I wanted to take a drink of it still because I missed it so much, but I didn't do it. But yeah, so the lines, like Amy was saying, the lines look very, very deceptive. What you could also figure when we went to Mansion, and you could also tune into our channel and take a look, is there was a special entrance that we got to go on when we went over to Mansion because we were standing in line. And they asked us, "Hey, are you guys okay with stairs?" And we said, "Yeah, we're fine with it. Let's go for it." And they took us to this special entrance, and then you knock on this door right next to
knock on the door.
Yes, knock 3 times, and then someone will answer. And we're like, "What the heck's going on?" So we go. This entrance where they take you is right there next to the Fast Pass area, where you get your Fast Passes for the ride. And then you go around this little area there, and you go down these little stairs, and then there's a door right there, and it looks totally like a tomb kind of, or a mausoleum entrance somewhat. You knock on the door, and then somebody opens it, and you go down these stairs, and they got it all decked out inside there with candles, a little bit of decorations. But we come to find out that that's the cast member entrance for the ride, and also that's the same exact entrance that they use for the VIP tours. So we've seen numerous celebrities when we're out in the tours, or actually out in the ride in the queue, entered that way, and we're like, "What the heck's going on there?" Right in the middle of the queue, where you go into, you go into the ride. And you go through the whole pre-show, and in the elevator with the moving portraits and everything. And then once you exit that elevator, you come out of that door, and then that hallway right there where the changing pictures are at. There's if I remember right, there's a sail ship that's in there, and then there's another one I can't remember. I want to say it's a horse, somebody on a horse in there. And then there's the candles that are lit up along the way. Then there's the statues that are there that change pictures that have a lady's face and a man's face on there. We should find out exactly who that is.
It was all the stretching portraits. The special line that they took us in. Is that what you're talking about?
No. I'm talking about where the entrance is.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, where you enter into the ride. Yeah. From where you go in through that special entrance for the queue.
We just totally bypassed that.
Yeah, but where you come into the actual queue, the real queue is right there in the middle. And then where you come out of
by where all the candelabras are.
Yes, where the candelabras, and then there's the bats, the bats for the
just before you step onto the actual ride.
Yeah, probably about 15, 20 feet right before the actual ride. There's a door right there, and that's the door that you come into, and it was a real neat treat. We got another video on our channel if you take a look in there and see that. So
one thing about the parks, I think, is that half the restaurants are closed, half the shops are closed. The railroad only runs a limited time from 7:30 till 1:30, 7 to 1:30. About those, not 7:30. Till opening until about 1:30 for the railroad. And then some of the stands like Sing or Buzz, it didn't open up until noon.
Yeah.
Some other things that were different, a lot of mobiles. Some of the restaurants were mobile order only. Mm-hmm. So, and I was thinking, Bengal barbecue is going to be a very popular spot, and so I put in our order because we wanted to eat at 12 noon, and I put it in about 10:30. Because I had heard people online say that they would try to order like right when they wanted to eat at 11:30, and that it was pushed out like a whole hour to 2 hours, that they couldn't even pick it up for that long. So I started early, like at 10:30, and that ended up doing really well because we got to eat right at 12.
Yeah, and then also like we wanted to have Red Rose Tavern. Now, you can't do a standby order and go order inside of the Red Rose Tavern. You have to do it through mobile only. And then once you process your order, there's somebody at the door, a cast member that's there waiting, and you show them, hey, this is where my order's ready. And then you could go in and grab it and come right out. The seating is very tricky as well. There's limited seating outside because everything's socially distanced. And then also there's also limited seating in like Galaxy's Edge, Pixar Pier, all the areas is very, very limited seating. So you got to really keep an eye out for that. What we ended up doing was one of us would go get the meal, and then one of us will go grab a seat for us to sit.
That worked out good.
Yeah, that typically works out pretty good. So that's a good pointer for you if you're going to go to the park and try to get something to eat. Restrooms are all pretty much open.
What we didn't know was we were wondering about fast passes, and there are no fast passes.
No fast
at all.
passes.
The only thing they're doing is like a disability fast pass. You have to talk to City Hall, and just people with major disabilities and impairments can get like a fast pass onto the rides.
Yeah, and then they still got the VIP tours and stuff like that also.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, if you're going to pay
like
the big bucks.
A walk-in Walt's shoes. That's a good one that we took.
Yeah, I think they still had that one. We've seen a group of people that were there.
Yeah,
right,
a walk-in Walt's footsteps. That's what it's called.
Yeah, so that was a pretty neat little get-together there that we did.
So overall, it was a great trip, and we really enjoyed the low capacity. Yeah. You know, the low crowds, getting up. Space Mountain, 20-minute ride. Radiator Springs Racer, 20-minute wait. Mm-hmm. And that was amazing.
We've never waited 20 minutes. Even we usually, when we go on the rides, because we go on everything, and we don't skip rides when we go. We go on every single ride. If we do them, we do multiple rides. I mean, multiple times on each ride if we can. And what we typically do is we jump on the single riders. And when we do single riders, we're able to just run through the whole rides, experience them. And sometimes, you'll be really lucky and you end up getting grouped together when we get on the single riders. But we do all the rides when we can.
And no single riders during this time.
Nope.
No single riders.
No single riders.
But you don't really need to.
No,
everything.
You don't. And it was really quick processing. They did a great job. And also that Snow White Enchanted Wish. Oh my gosh, what a ride.
That was our favorite ride, I think, of the trip, just because it really exceeded our expectations. The changes that they made and the magical effects that they put in are so neat.
Yes, definitely. And then we missed our Guardians, and we got Guardians back.
We got to ride it 2 or 3 times?
3 times.
3 times.
We rode it 3 times.
And we did everything in California Adventure, and we did, Guardians 3 times, Mermaid 2 times, because I love that ride. And then Disneyland, of course, you can't do it all in one day, but we hit all the majors. So, Thunder Mountain, Space Mountain. We rode the railroad for a little bit. Splash Mountain. We rode
Winnie the Pooh, Alice in Wonderland,
and Snow White, Peter Pan.
Yep, all the dark rides.
Small World. We
didn't ride Casey. We didn't ride Dumbo. We didn't do Star Tours.
And the closed rides were Jungle Book.
Storybook, Canals,
Jungle Cruise.
Matterhorn. Jungle Cruise,
Bobsleds,
Jungle Cruise,
Matterhorn,
Storybook Canals, Astro Blasters.
Those were like the only rides that were closed.
Yeah, that's pretty much.
And then of course no parades and fireworks shows, and the shows like Frozen and the map show,
And the Hyperion Theater. Yeah, another thing that we heard also from one of the people there is that, or CMs, is that they're saying that possibly the Hyperion Theater with the Frozen show might be gone for good. And that was really interesting for them to tell us that.
I didn't hear him say that.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes. He said that it might be gone for good.
Well, you know what? They rotate them out every so many years, and they had Aladdin for a long time, and then that went away, and then Frozen came along. So, who knows? It might be another show, or
I can see that.
I could even see them like using that space for another attraction and making it part of Avengers Campus.
Oh, that'd be great.
That'd be cool.
To do an Avengers show, or even do like dancing with the Guardians in there. That would be neat, like how they used to do it out in front of the Guardians.
Oh, yeah.
That would be cool to have that.
Make it some kind of show, Marvel stage show.
Yeah, or maybe WandaVision. Ooh, that'd be great. A WandaVision set, and you have Wanda and Vision there, and then you could have cast members come up and play other cast members come up, or audience that comes up and sits in part of the set and screen, and does the whole part, and have kids come in and play the sons, and Agnes and everybody. Oh man, that'd be neat.
What about snacks? When it came to snacks, they had popcorn, but you had to sit down and eat it. They had churros, but not a lot of specialty churros. A lot of the carts were just regular churros. There was only one specialty, the Fluffernutter over in California Adventure. I didn't see any specialty churros at Disneyland.
I've seen now that we're gone. I've seen like a couple of them that came out. There was a strawberry one that they had, and then I think there was one more that I seen. Oh, there's a celebration churro.
We went to go get one in Fantasyland, and it was just the cart over by the Red Rose Tavern. And usually they always have specialty churros there, and they didn't have any. Mm-hmm. So that was my frame of reference.
Yeah, and Galaxy's Edge is the only popcorn that they have. It's not fresh popcorn from the popcorn section there in the market. It's all pre-packaged popcorn that they've made. And then they also have the garlic cheese wontons, or what do they call them?
Puffer chips.
Puffer chips, but they're called golems or something like that. Or Gardens or something like that. They're pretty good. Chip. I liked them. They're not bad.
But they're available at where you would get the sodas, like the soda cart, and not in the regular marketplace where the toys and the clothes are. Yeah. Like it used to be. So that was different.
A good note also, if you're going to try to get on Rise of the Resistance, definitely start to get on there, or note to yourself, get on there at 7 a.m. on the dot and make that boarding pass request or join a boarding group. We
didn't have to be at the park. We just set the alarm for 6:58, and right at 7 we both tried to sign on to the app.
Yep, and we got on it. I couldn't get it, or I was in the queue waiting, and then Amy got on, and she ended up getting us into group 40, and we ended up getting on there about noon.
We were allowed to start boarding like at 12:30.
Yeah, at 12:30, and then the line processed pretty quick. That was like not even a 15-minute wait there when we were in line.
Really?
Yeah, not even. Yeah, it wasn't even about 15 minutes.
And I thought they would just cancel the pre-show of it, but no, because we only rode that ride in Florida, and we didn't get to ride it in California yet because it broke down when, before the pandemic, when we finally got a boarding pass. But they did do the pre-show, so I was really happy about that.
Mm-hmm. Yes, definitely. We didn't ride Millennium Falcon Smugglers one.
No, we didn't
ride that one.
We figured we'd ridden that so many times with a single rider line, and then we figured, well, we wouldn't have the whole crew; it'd just be the two of us. We'd be pilots; it'd be fun, but I don't know. I wonder if it would mess up your statistics in your flight because you wouldn't have the engineers,
no shooters.
Yeah, you wouldn't have the engineers and the gunmen.
I don't know. I've seen, other YouTubers' videos, and they've rode them by themselves.
Just two people?
Yeah, but I don't see what their stats come out to be and whatever.
Yeah.
Hey, maybe they'll wreck the Millennium Falcon like we did and have Chewie come after us. Take a look at our channel as well. We've got a video on there of Chewbacca attacking the pilot in the ship that we were in because he wrecked us a lot on this one trip. Oh my gosh, this guy was wrecking us all over the place. He didn't even know what he was doing. We were like, oh my gosh, what's going on here? I thought we were going to really crash because this thing was just rumbling all over the place. It was hilarious. And then we come out and Chewbacca's standing out there, and he had a hammer, and he was mad.
That was funny.
It was funny.
So that's our Atari for our trip, and so join us in the future for more Ataris and trips for your trip and to save you time and money in your next trip.
Yes, please. Also, if you like this video and want to subscribe for more, please do hit that like button as well. And we will be back next month. We will be back the following month, and we are going to be planning a Florida trip here in December, where we're going to go to Orlando. We're going to hit Universal over there, Orlando, and we're going to hit Disney as well. All the parks over there in Disney. Can't wait to get to Epcot and go enjoy the tastes of everywhere over there, and then take Amy on to, what is it, Mission Space?
No, thanks. I hate that ride. Anyway, always remember,
adventures out there, so go get yours.